Ankit with us. Ankit is our senior developer at videosdk.live. So I would, I guess a lot of people have joined, so we can start. I will take you to a presentation, quick presentation, followed by Ankit giving you a wonderful live AI agent code example with a live example. So let me just quickly take you to the our presentation. Yeah, I hope my screen is visible to everyone. Yeah. So let me, you all have already heard about Video SDK. So let me just give you a quick intro about our company, what we do. So we at Video SDK power real-time audio video AI power infrastructure to enterprises, whether it is for live audio calls, video calls, live streaming, and now smart conversational voice AI agent as well. So you can, it is a very developer friendly, and we are serving enterprises from sectors like BFSI, telehealth, edtech, gaming, social, and every other sector wherever there is a need for real-time communication. So now let us see the agenda for today's webinar that you guys are all present here for. So first we'll see why voice AI, why the world is so excited about voice AI. Second, we'll see the introduction to MCP and A2A, their infrastructure and how does they work, followed by why video SDK, where video SDK comes in the picture with voice AI and what problems we are solving. And at the last, we'll see the real world impact, followed by live coding session by Ankit. So I can see the enthusiasm of everyone. I hope you all are excited. So let's just start with why voice AI. As you can see, the world is evolving towards conversational voice AI. All the AI companies like Gemini, OpenAI, and many etc. are rapidly evolving into this field. So this one simple answer to this is voice is the new UI and conversation is the new customer experience, because mainly it is solving two problems. First, along with it giving an engagement behavior to the customer, it is reducing the human and manual efforts. Second, the AI agents are 24/7 deployed and accessible. That is not possible with human agents. So these are the two major problems why the world is evolving towards the voice AI, along with it being conversational and engaging. So now let us see MCP and A2A. So MCP stands for Model Context Protocol. So basically it helps you to sync multi-agent and automate your workflow. You can automate your CRM activities and other activities along in your organization. And A2A stands for Agent to Agent Protocol. So let me explain you this with a very real world example. So suppose you're calling a travel agent. You can see the diagram as well. So when you call a travel agent and suppose you have to do two things. First you have to book a flight and you have to tell him to book a hotel. So traditionally what used to happen was this travel agent used to transfer this call to two different person. First who would be booking your flight and the second who would be booking your hotels. But with live video SDK's AI agent, this can be automated and it could be fully conversational as well. So this AI agent, travel agent, would not be needing to transfer this call to two different agents. It could go in the backend, get the context from different agents, and give you the answer in real time. So basically, it will act as an orchestrator to other multi agents. Okay. Now let us see AI agents voice feature and how Video SDK is helping it out. So you can deploy this AI agents anywhere, whether it is your own website, you can create a dashboard with a single click. The customer can have a video conferencing with an AI agent. You can deploy it in mobile, telephony, SIP, PSTN, everywhere. You can bring your own model. So if you want to have your own custom model, that is also possible, provided we have also provided plugins for many different STT, TTS and LLMs. So there is no vendor lock-in. There are 22 models are available in our platform, in our ecosystem, where you can choose your own plugins. Advanced conversation, so it gives you a RAG and memory support as well. So it will basically act as your virtual assistant who have all the context. So let's say 3 months back you did something, so it will remember and give you suggestion based on it. So as I mentioned, tool use cases, you can have many features like A2A, MCP. Along with that, we have human in loop, voice activity detection, turn detection, so less hallucination and more contextual. We give full observability, that is to track the performance, to track the latency. We ensure minimal latency. We have global infrastructure. So we basically act as an orchestrator that reduces the latency and sync different plugins. So now let us see the use cases. So if I can say, AI agent has a lot of use cases. It can be used anywhere. But if we'll see the few of the main use cases over here, so AI driven loan processing. So suppose you call a bank for a loan inquiry, this AI agent can call you in matter of seconds and give you the inquiry of the loan based on your credit score and everything. So it will have all the context as well. Customer support, you can in a single click engage with a conversational AI agent and it will help you out with your problems. Claim management, so in the insurance sector and other banking sector, there is a very important use case for this. Telemedicine consultation, so I hope people can relate with me. So I generally forget to take my medicines. So this AI agent can remind you to take your medicines on your time. And suppose you have some allergies or if you have some uh, other medicines with you. So this AI agent will have this memory and give you suggestion based on that medicines that you take. Prescription refills and queries, it can connect with multiple agents like doctor as an agent, AI agent, then nurses as an AI agent, and based on that it can give you the answers in real time. Product recommendation, suppose you have some you have some left things in your cart in some e-commerce website, so it can give you product recommendation that you can choose some better options that are available on this website. So it can also give you some more discounts that are available that you are not currently using. So these are the few main use cases. There are several more use cases. uh, you can build it with your own, so using video SDK voice AI agent. So we give, the good news is we give 10,000 free minutes to every developer, so you can test it out how smoothly it is going for you guys. So now I would like to invite, with this I would like to invite Ankit, our senior developer, to give you a real life example of AI agent. So over to you, Ankit. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Chandan, for having me and a beautiful audience as well. So let's quickly dive into the our Agent SDK, which is our recently launched by Video SDK team. So let me share your. My screen is visible to everyone.
Yes.
Okay, wonderful. So this is a Video SDK Agent SDK, and which is capable enough to join any Video SDK meetings on top of WebRTC. And using this Agent SDK, you can perform any voice AI agent application like Chandan has already mentioned, like loan aggregator or insurance or customer general customer service support or anything else. So this is our Agent SDK. Give it a star over here, and you can go through this Agent SDK by Video SDK live GitHub page, and in that repository name is Agents. So let me give you the quick introduction of what a Video SDK AI agent and their features. Like this is something like on top of Python SDK, which enables you to join video SDK meetings on be it SIP or meetings or real-time communication. You can use for transcription, voice AI, virtual avatars, multimodal support. And also today we are going to see the MCP integration and A2A protocol integration in using this SDK itself. So there are a couple of more components, or we can say some components, or we can say some of the architectural patterns we need to look before that diving into the example. So let me share you the Google Doc link, so documentation link as well. So over here you can go through the documentation. Over here, let's look at the high level architecture. So what Agent SDK is and what are their capabilities and how the things are going behind the scene. So this is our Agent SDK on the left top left corner. So this is Agent SDK built on top of Python SDK. Over here you can integrate your custom STT like speech to text model or any LLM providers like Gemini, OpenAI, or AWS Nova Sonic, or any TTS like Servam or 11 Labs or DeepGram. Any STT, any TTS, or any LLM provider you can use over here on top of Python SDK. So this is gonna register with video SDK server, and it will notify the worker for the registration completion. And once the room is initiated over here on the client side room is initiated, once user joins the call via like a JavaScript or Flutter or a React Native, it will join the meeting, and agent will also join that same meeting. So this is something like overall architecture or high level architecture, how agents will gonna join the meeting and will communicate with the user. So let me give you the core component architecture overview. Like we do have a couple of components like agent. First of all is agent, which is nothing but our Python bot. Pipeline, which is our pipeline, like using any plugins or provider, you can create the pipeline like OpenAI or 11 Labs or Servam. We will see the demo as well. So once the Python SDK Python project start, it will create one process ID, which is we have named as a job, and these all our components are orchestration by the worker itself. So inside this worker you can run multiple jobs, like you can think of like orchestration Kubernetes for the device side Kubernetes. Like a worker is capable enough to run multiple parallel jobs at the same time. So this is gonna deploy like you can think of as a this is gonna deploy on your cloud as well as video SDK cloud as well. So let's look at the agent class or agent component. So the agent class is base class, serves as a foundation of creating custom agents. By inheriting from this class, you can define the system prompts and register function tools, or if you have any MCP servers like MCP standard in, standard out, or MCP HTTP server, you can integrate with this agent class. So this is a basic example of how to create one agent. So over here you can see I have extended that agent class and give it a name voice agent. Inside my instruction I have given that you are a helpful voice assistant that can answer the questions and help with the task. So this is basically the persona of the agent. And over here I have also defined some of the tools like get weather tools. Tool name is a get weather. So inside the get weather you can see description of the function. This is a description that AI agent will gonna look at over this function, when to call or where to call. Over here I have also defined one more internal function tool, which is a get horoscope. So this is a high level overview of the what is agent class and how to inherit agent class and how to create our custom voice agent. So let's look at the pipeline. There are two pipeline available, like real-time pipeline, which is like Gemini real-time API or OpenAI real-time API, or there are any other LLM that are providing real-time API. You can build the same pipeline. Or another one is a cascading pipeline. Cascading pipeline is something like you do have a couple of components, but you do not have the couple of models like available. Like for STT you can use DeepGram. For LLM you can use OpenAI or Gemini. And for the TTS you can use 11 Labs. So this is the by using these three components you can build voice AI agents. So this is known as a cascading pipeline. There is conversational flow as well. So conversational flow is basically like the flow of conversation. How do you want to like you want to transcript, or turn-based conversation you want to use, or memory or RAG integration memory or rack in the sense like you can connect your vector DB or third-party vector DB like Pinecone or QDrunt or ChromaDB, whatever you are using. You can integrate with this conversation flow. And last one is agent session. So agent session is basically agent is connected with their pipelines. So like basically persona with LLM providers. So let me give you the introduction of the real-time pipeline, how to create real-time pipeline. So over here, I have created one OpenAI real-time pipeline. Here I have given the model name and the API key. API key you can generate it from OpenAI documentation. So over here you have to in videostk.plugins.google OpenAI real-time pipeline. This is provided by the videostk agent SDK itself. So this OpenAI real-time class you can use, and you can use OpenAI real-time API, which is a very simple 10-line code. Over here we have also given the Gemini API and Gemini real-time API pipeline. So these two are the real-time pipeline examples available, and there is one more cascading pipeline. So let's look at the example of cascading pipeline as well. So over here I have used DeepGram STT. DeepGram STT is basically provided from the videostk plugins DeepGram. Second one is OpenAI LLM. Third one is the TTS, which is 11 Labs. And over here I have also used VID, Celero VID and turn detection models. So this is a cascading pipeline example. So how to create cascading pipelines and how to integrate different providers. So some of the use cases for cascading pipeline, like multi-language support, you want to multi-language for Indian languages, there are server APIs available. Cost optimization, you want to integrate your own LLM, fine-tune LLM, then you can integrate your own LLM as well. You want to integrate with your custom RAG implementation, so cascading pipeline, and or else real-time pipeline, you can integrate their RAG as well. Or using cascading pipeline, you can optimize your performance or compliance requirement or anything else. Let's look at the conversational flow. What is the conversation flow? Conversation flow component is an inheritable class that enables custom turn taking logics. Like for example, there are some users are speaking louder or speaking up frequently, so we can maintain one threshold for them. Or like if I wanted to integrate my custom RAG over this voice AI agent, so using this conversation flow, you can integrate the same thing. There are also flexible LLM processing pipeline, like I wanted to modify the response of the LLM, or I wanted to anomaly detection using these. So in that cases, I can use conversation flow over here. So this is some basic example how to create conversation flow. Over here, I have extended this class inherit from conversation flow. Inside the run, I have a couple of methods like on turn start, what I need to do, on turn end, what I want to do. So this is like a pre-processed transcription, clean, normalize and validate input, like whatever user is speaking, apply custom business logic or content filtering, and then return the response. So conversation flow is something like you want to modify something during the conversation. So you have the access of conversation flow. Over here, agent session is also there. Agent session is something like you are connecting agent, which is persona, with pipelines, which is our model providers. And we will start the session. So on starting the session, video agent will join the meetings. So right now we have real-time API plugins available like OpenAI, Google Gemini API, and AWS Nova Sonic. For the STT, you can use OpenAI, DeepGram, Google, ServerAI, Cartesia. For the LLM, you can use OpenAI, Google, Serum, Anthropic, and Cerebras. For the TTS, there are a lot of TTS providers available like Hume or Rhyme or Speechify. There is also integration of virtual avatar. You can use a Simly virtual avatar over here. So let's quickly jump onto the quick start of Agent SDK. So for the quick start purpose, you may require the videostk token first of all, and then OpenAI and Gemini, both of one of them the token of one of the providers. Like videostk, for the generating of the videostk token, there are two ways. Like you can go to the app.videostk.live from here, and you can generate the token. So you will go through this API key tab. Over here, add a new. Let me create one token for our project like videostk agent demo. And over here, generate a token. I will suggest to keep this duration for the minimum time for the security and safety purpose. For the 7 days, I am creating the new token. and I will copy the token. There is one also alternative way like using server-side SDKs. So over here you can see that like how to generate a token on a server side. So this example we have already seen like app.video SDK live, and second one is generating token from your backend. So this is the architecture like your application or your server. Your application will fire a request to your server. Inside your server, you will get API key and secret key from the video SDK dashboard or API key REST API, and then you will modify the parameter for payload as per your requirements, and then you will generate a token. So this is a more recommended and more secure way to generate a token. I will recommend this way to generate a token. So over here you can also find some of the best examples like I wanted to create in using Python, how to create a Python token. Like over here you can mention your API key, or here you can mention your secret key which is available from your dashboard, how many expiration in seconds you would like to take, or or this is a simple JWT encoded token with algorithm of HS256. After generating this token, you will have to install Python 3.12. You can install Python 3.12 by couple of ways, like you can use a homebrew, or second one is like using the official documentation of Python 3.12. We may also require to create a room API. Like we have already seen this in this architecture, we have to create a room where user and agent can interact with each other. So for creating the room, we have to call one API, which is create room API. So this is a create room API. Inside the create room API, you can have a couple of optional parameters like custom room ID, which is help you to remember room ID as a human readable format. Or there are any webhooks you want to listen, like participant joined, participant left from the meeting, session started or not, sessions ended or not, recording is or started or not, and there are lots of events attached to this create room API. So let me quickly create a room by going through Postman. Over here I have mentioned like api.videostk.live/v2/rooms. Inside the body, as of now I am as a body as empty, and inside the authorization I have added my token inside headers authorization, and over here I have added my token as well. So let me quickly call this API, and over here I will find the room ID. So this is something like I have created virtual room with video SDK server. So let's go step by step. Over here in this architecture we have created this room, and from the client side we have already pre-built or playground, you can say, which will where user will join the meeting, and we will implement this thing, video SDK agents or the worker. So let's go back to the quick start. So right now we are using video SDK agents, so we are going to install pip install video SDK agents and pip install video SDK plugin OpenAI. So right now I'm not installing these all of plugins or video SDK agents because this is a quick start, and we are gonna more look at about like what is MCP and A2A protocol. But this is a quick introduction of what is a video SDK agent and how agents gonna join the meeting. So this is voice agent we have inherited from the agent class. We have here I have defined the instruction for the agent, like you are a helpful voice assistant, as we have already done this inside the voice agent. This is implementing a function call which is optional, you want to implement or not. After implementing the function call, you have to define a function call over here. Now setting up the pipeline. So on the pipeline side I have used over here OpenAI real-time API. So this is like a model, which model gonna I'm use like GPT-4 or real-time preview, API key from the OpenAI dashboard, configuration, or there are any other configuration or default configuration is already there. But if you want to change the voice or change the like modalities, so you can change it over from here. Like right now I am using voice as a alloy, modalities as a text or text and audio both, turn detection, or if you want to mention any turn detection model or not, and tool choices, and the assembling and the starting the agent session. So right now we have already created one agent from step number step number 1, and we have already created one pipeline for the agent, which is step number 3. Now we are going to connect that step number 1 and 3 in step number 4. So over here we have defined one agent session class. In this you can connect with your agent with your pipeline. So let me show you over here. I have attached my agent, I have attached my pipeline, and I have created one session. After creating one session, I have start the session. This is context.connect is basically whenever there is a starting of session, it will connect with the agent with the room. So let me go through this architecture and give you the introduction, like give me the brief introduction of the how this is work. So first of all, agent will gonna create, and then pipeline will gonna create, and then whenever there is a user join the meetings, video SDK server will notify the agent SDK that there is one participant. So agent will gonna interact with the user by joining the room. So for the joining the room, we have defined this method context.connect. And for the starting the pipeline, what agent is capable enough to do. This is nothing but about session. So we are starting session also. And also for the cleanup functionality, we have also closed this session at the end of meeting or at the end of participant left, and we have also shut down this context. So it will clean up all the unnecessary memory or issues like. So let's connecting with the video SDK client side application. So on the video SDK client side, you can use any of the client side SDK like JavaScript or React Native. There are also documentation support is available for these SDKs as well. Let's run this project by python main.py. So we have already defined python 3.12 virtual environment, and you over here you can python main.py. So this is the same example you can find on the GitHub itself, like agent inside the agent quick start. So over here you can find simple application of cascading pipeline, how to create a agent using cascading pipelines. So let's quickly dive into our main motto of this day, like MCP integration and A2A protocol of the how to integrate MCP and A2A with video SDK. So let's look at the MCP integration. So MCP, I know guys, you already know about the MCP. Like MCP is something like a server where agent gonna talk about, like let's take one example. Like I do want to create one MCP server that will send my mails to my customers or my loan applicants. So over there I can define one MCP server, and this MCP server will gonna call by our agent SDK itself. So there are two ways to create MCP servers, like STDIO, like standard input output transport, and using HTTP transport. Standard input output transport is recommended way whenever you are testing with localhost, but there is a more standard and stabilized way is something like HTTP transport, which is something like you're gonna create one MCP server and host it on your cloud application, and you will access that MCP server using HTTP endpoint. So today in this demo, we are gonna also see this MCP integration of Zapier. We will send one mail using that MCP integration with the Zapier integration and Gemini API and using voice AI. So this is like how to create MCP server. So this MCP server creation is also defined inside Agent SDK Quick Start. MCP server over here. So this is MCP server we have created, which is a standard input output. In this MCP server, you will get the current time in the user's location. So now we are gonna integrate that MCP server with video SDK agent. So the same way we are extending my agent class with my voice agent. Over here I have defined instructions. Also I am defining MCP servers. So inside my MCP server I have defined MCP server standard input output class, which is provided from the video SDK agents over here. So over here I am defining like which command I want to run, which arguments I want to pass for the MCP standard input output, and client session timeouts. There is one also MCP server HTTP. As we have already talked about, there are two types of MCP available, like TCP and HTTP. Sorry, standard input output and HTTP. So this is something for standard input and output. This is something for MCP server HTTP. So we are going to use this MCP server HTTP, which is Zapier integration. and all the other things are same as we have discussed, like session, pipeline, or agent. let let uh, let's look at the A2A protocol as well, and then we will quickly see the demo or code part. So over here we are A2A protocol, how A2A protocol will gonna work. So we are gonna defining two agents, like customer agent, and second one is the loan agent. So customer agent is will help us to take inbound or outbound call, and customer agent will gonna talk with customers, and whenever there is any required of specialized agent, like whenever customer will ask about loan applications, like I wanted to process my loan application, then customer agent will uh, talk to our loan application agent, which is a specialized agent in loan application. It will talk to loan application agent, and it will get back the response from the loan application agent, and then give the answer for the user in real time. So over here we have used A2A protocol. So both of the agent is created using video SDK Python agents itself. We will also look at that code and demo as well. So for the A2A protocol, we have defined some of the class like agent card. Inside the agent card, you will define one agent ID, name of the agent, domain, like which domain this agent is, which agent is from which domain, what are the capabilities of that agent, and description. There is one A2A message as well, like whenever there is passing one message from one agent to another agent, we are set of standard A2A message class, like from travel agent to flight agent, we are passing these type of queries, and this is a content query. What is the status of AI202? There are metadata which is optional. There is third one, like agent registry. So agent is basically registered with video SDK server or video SDK agent SDK. So video SDK agent SDK will maintain the registry of the agent. So when there is any requirement of any agent to communicate with other agent, so video SDK registry will help over there with registered server. So we have to register our agent with video SDK as well. There is one also unregistered agent for the cleanup purpose. So A2A protocol internally call the Google A2A API, like this A2A protocol is developed and maintained by the Google itself. And here's the implementation. So this is the demo. We are going to look at this. Okay, so let me go through the demo part. Over here, agent quick start is there. Let me share you GitHub link as well in the chat. First of all, we are going to clone this repository. Let me give it a name like agent quick start demo. I will go into the agent quick start demo and open a VS Code. You can follow this readme file for the installation purpose. Let me give you some of the commands which is required. So I have already cloned this repository. Yeah, over here I have already cloned this repository. I will go through this directory. I will create one Python virtual environment. For the Python 3.12, you may require Python 3.12 and higher versions. I will activate that environment. After activating the environment, we will install the dependencies, which is mentioned in requirement.txt file. So there are these much dependencies are there, like video SDK plugins, OpenAI, Google, AWS, Anthropic, Cerebras. Some of the HTTP plugins are there. Some of the turn detection models and sealer models are there. So I have already cloned this repository and I already installed these dependencies as well. So let's quickly go through the A2A directory inside our VS Code. Let's understand the code of first we will see the MCP integration, and then we will move to the A2A protocol, and then we will see the A2A plus MCP integration demo. So over here I have defined one so this is a worker job. Inside the worker job I have defined one function, start session and job context. So entry point function is something like whenever there is a whenever we will run the start method, it will call the start session or entry point function first of all for the joining the meeting, and inside the entry point function we will pass this context. So this context is basically which room you want to join and what are the capabilities of your, like here I have make a context with the room options. Over here I have provided room ID, like I am telling this Python bot to join this room ID. Name of the agent, playground, I wanted to playground URL or not, vision capabilities are there or not of this agent, and job context. So job context is basically class from the video SDK, agent SDK itself, and we are passing the room option. So this is the context. So whenever there is a start entry point function will call, we will pass this context into that as a parameter. So inside the start session you can see we have the context, which is how we have created already. This is the model we are going to use, so Gemini real time, which is also provided from the video SDK, agent SDK. Model and configurations, like which model we are going to use, configuration of Gemini, like right now we are going to use LEDA, and response modality. So over here you can pass audio or text only or video as well. After that I am defining one real-time pipeline by passing this model. So we do have previously we do have the two pipelines, real-time pipeline and cascading pipelines. So over here I have created a real-time pipeline, and then I am creating session. So session is basically attaching agent with pipeline. So agent session, creating my voice agent, which is defined over here. Inside my agent session, my voice agent session, I have also defined instruction like what are your capabilities and something like system prompt. Tools, like what are the tools are available, MCP server integration. So over here I have integrated my MCP Zapier server. So right now there is no requirement of standard input output server, so we can remove this or we can comment this out. After creating session we are context.connect, which is like we are telling agent to connect with the video sticker room, and then we are starting the session like agent plus pipeline. So this is about entry port function, which is our main logic or business logic we're gonna implement over here, like what are the we want to wait for the participant or not, what are the pipeline we may required, what are the agents we may required. So this is the entry port function, and we will get one context inside the room. Context is there like video sticker room and attach methods or events video sticker room. You can follow this job context and find the all the details. So let's quickly run this demo. So in this demo we are our Gemini bot will join the meeting, and whenever I'm telling like send the mail to my email server, then Gemini will call this MCP server Zapier integration, which is a Zapier integration, and then it will send the mail to my email address. So let's quickly run this demo as well. So I have already set up all the environment files and all the requirement dependency installed in my env file. Over here you can see. You can also copy and paste your API key inside the env file. So let's quickly run the demo. So by running this demo, agent will gonna join meeting ID I have provided over here. This is telling me like this API key is required. So let me export that API key as well. Let me first export video SDK token. Let me export Google API key, and let me also export OpenAI API key. Let's run the demo again. So over here you can see the playground URL is there because I have defined playground true. Inside the logs you can see something like started the job in process ID, agent joined the meeting. So agent is basically joined the meeting. I will go through this link and I will also join the meeting as well. So let me share my that tab so you can okay, you can also hear the bot. Hey, hello.
Hello, how can I help you?
So I want to send a mail to my mail address. Can you please help me with that?
Sure, I can help with that. Could you please tell me the exact email address you want to send the email to, the subject of the email, and the body of the email?
Yeah, sure. So my email address is ankit@videosdk.live and subject would be like
And what?
MCP integration.
Okay, and what should be the body of the email?
So body of the email you can set as of now as a MCP integration with video SDK agent SDK.
I need some instructions to send the email. Could you please provide me with the instructions? For example, you could say something like, send an email to ankit at videosdk.live.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. You can send the mail to ankit@videosdk.live with the MCP integration subject and description would something like MCP integration test.
Okay, I've sent an email to ankit at videosdk.live with the subject MCP integration and the body MCP integration test. Is there anything else I can help you with today?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Is there anything else I can assist you with?
No, thanks. So over here you have seen like I have integrated with MCP. Let me show you my email as well. So what Gemini has done like call the MCP server over the voice and for the I have provided the MCP server URL like Zapier and Gemini called the Zapier MCP server and send the mail to my email address. So let me show you the mail as well. So over here, just give me a 2 minutes so I can verify my address as well. Yes, my screen is visible to everyone. So over here you can see like this is the subject of the mail and this is the description of the mail. which is provided by me in the bot. So this is mail is gonna like to 1 minute ago, sent by the 1 minute ago. So let's look at the another example of A2A, like A2A protocol, how two different agents can talk to each other. Inside the agent quickstart SDK, there is folder directory called A2A. Inside that, we have defined two agents. Like first one is the customer agent, and second one is the loan agent. So customer agent is basically general agent or general Q&A for the customer, and the loan agent is specialized in loan related queries. So inside the customer agent, I have done the same thing, like from the base class agent SDK's base class agent, I have extended the class customer service agent. In the instruction side, I have provided like you are the helpful customer service agent, and any loan related queries you will ask to the loan agent as well. I have defined function call for the forward to that forward the query to the another agent. Inside this function call, I am sending this this message to my another agent by calling this internal SDK method send message. Over here, I am defining the ID of the target agent and the message type and the content like query. And whenever there is a response from another agent, we will handle this response by listening to the speciality's response. Over here, I am getting the message, and inside the meeting, I am sending that message. And over here, I am registering my A2A protocol A2A with my agent, like register A2A call. Over here, I define agent card, ID, name, domain, capabilities, and description. And I am also listening this event for the response from the another agent. So this is something like already we have done previously, like agent with same agent, we are extending that capabilities with defining register and unregister. So let's look at the second agent, loan agent. So over here, we have done the same thing. We are extending the loan agent. We have given the instruction, you are specialized in loan expert at a bank. Over here, we have defined two methods, like handle specialist query and handle model response. So whenever on enter method, we are registering the same agent with our A2A inside A2A, which is maintained by the video SDK agent SDK. And we are also listening to two different types of message events, like specialist query and model response. So this is something like you can think of like one customer agent is there. When there is any requirement related to loan related queries, it will ask to the loan agent SDK by calling this function forward to specialist. Inside the forward to specialist, we have defined the specialist query type. Message type is specialist query. So inside the loan agent, you can think like a specialist query is listen over here and execute this function. And whenever there is any response from this loan agent, it will send the message to the customer agent by calling this message type, like specialist response. So inside the customer agent, you can think like specialist response is listen over here. It will run this code and speak in the meeting. So this is like how A2A protocol will work using video SDK, agent SDK. Over here, we have defined same thing, like we have created worker job with the entry point main function, and we are creating one customer agent context, and we are starting the job. Over here, you can think of like whoever is the voice capability, whoever agent is the have the voice capability, it will speak in the inside the meeting, and whoever agent has a text capability, it will stay in the background, or it will answer the query by giving the main agent. Inside the main or entry point function, we are defining first agent, like loan agent, specialized agent. We are creating pipeline by calling this create pipeline method, which is a wrapper of a real-time API and cascading API. For the real-time API, we are using Gemini, and for the cascading, like this is a hybrid approach. Like for the general agent is talking via real-time API of Gemini, and the background agent or the specialized agent, loan agent, is talking via cascading pipeline, which is OpenAI model. So we are creating two pipelines inside the main function. And we are also creating sessions. So session is basically to joint agent with their pipelines. We are connecting the context. We are starting the session for the customer session. We are also starting the session for the specialized one. Inside the final block, we are also cleaning up all the processes like unregister the A2A protocols. We are closing the session. We are closing this room as well. So this is like a 40 or 45 lines to 45 line of code, and you can run the A2A protocol inside your code. So let's run this code as well. Let me share that screen as well, so you can also able to hear that. Hey, hello Gemini, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. How can I help you?
So basically, I wanted to know my loan related queries, like I wanted to apply for a home loan.
Okay. I can help you with that. I will forward your request to a loan specialist who can assist you with applying for a home loan. Please wait while I connect you. Okay. I have forwarded your request to a loan specialist. The message I received is, let me get that information for you from our loan specialist. I will let you know as soon as I receive a response. The loan specialist has responded with some helpful information. Applying for a home loan is a significant step. Typically, home loans have interest rates ranging from 3% to 5%,
This is how the
with terms of 15 to 30
talk
years.
with the loan
Requirements
agent.
often include a good credit score, usually 620 or higher, a stable income, and a down payment of at least 3% to 20% of the home's value. To get started, gather your financial documents, such as pay.
So in this demo, we have seen like how to connect with two different agents with the same using A2A protocols. So this example is also available on the GitHub, like agent inside the agent quick start. Let me close this, and now we are running the final demo, which is A2A plus MCP integration. So in this demo, we are going to showcase like there is one customer agent, there is one loan agent, and once I will get the information of my home loan application, I will ask to send the same details on my email address. So this is the combination of insurance end-to-end insurance application. So let's run that example as well. So in that example, I have done nothing but simple MCP server integration I have provided inside the customer agent. Over here, you can see that inside the loan agent, I have provided some MCP integration over here. So whenever there is any call for the MCP servers, it will, from here, let's move it to the customer loan agent. So what will happen over here is something like I will ask the customer agent to give me the home loan application. So customer agent will gonna talk with loan agent and get back the response, and then I will ask customer agent to send the same information on my mail. So it will send that same information on my mail as well using MCP. So this is the combination of A2A plus MCP integration with Video SDK. For the coding part, I have done the nothing like MCP server, which is our previous example of Zapier integration. I have provided that MCP server with this 4 line of code. And the other part is same. Let me go this on the playground. Let me share that screen as well. So let me join the conversation, and what we are gonna do in this demo is something like I will ask customer agent to give me the home loan application and the same information sent over the mail. Hey, hello.
Hi there. What can I help you with today?
So I wanted to ask about home loan application.
Okay, I can help you with that. I'm going to forward your question to a loan specialist. Please hold for a moment. Okay, I forwarded your question to a loan specialist. I'll let you know as soon as I hear back from them. Okay, the loan specialist has responded with some information about home loan applications. To apply, you should start by checking your credit score, and they mentioned that a score of 620 or higher is typically required. As of 2023, interest
Okay,
rates
that's
range from
wonderful.
around
I cannot
3%.
remember over the call. Can you please send the same information over to my mail?
Sure, I can do that. Could you please provide me with your email address?
Yeah, sure. My email address is ankit@videostk.live.
Okay, great. Please confirm the email address is ankit at videostk.in.
No,
You got it.
it's ankit@videostk.live.
Got it. So it's Ankit at videostk.live. Is that correct? Great. I've sent the home loan information to Ankit at videostk.live. Is there anything else I can help you with today?
No, thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Have a great day.
Okay, so basically in this demo, we have asked the agent to send the loan application to over my mail. So let me go back to my mail and show you the information. So this is something like a home loan application, which is provided by the Gemini, like dear home loan application, and this is home loan specialist. I have this finds you well. I am writing to inquire about details and requirements of the home loan application. So this is also done by the A2A protocol plus MCP protocol as well. So we have seen these three demos. Like first of all, we have seen like MCP integration with video SDK, agent SDK. In that demo, we have seen like how to integrate JP and MCP with for the sending the mail over the call. Second one, we have seen like A2A protocol. In that demo, we have seen something like how to connect two different agents. And the third one and last demo, we have seen something like how to connect A2A protocol plus MCP. So I think that's it from my side for the demo purpose. Let me hand over to this Chandan.
Thank you, Ankit. Thank you for the wonderful session. I hope the audience find it very insightful. So we at videosdk.live keep bringing this wonderful sessions every week. So we have many more such insightful sessions lined up. So in the chat box, I'm sharing the link for our next session that would be on 29th of July. So hope to see you all there as well. Yeah, as I mentioned, we give 10,000 free minutes, so you can also test it out and how you can see how smoothly it is going. Thank you.
Thank you.